Want to know something funny?
Yep.
Well, it's not really funny. It's just kind of
Oh, good.
sad.
You have to be like right up on. Okay. Welcome to Boy Podcast.
Today we're going to be talking about kitties.
I could talk about kitties for days. I really could.
That's so funny.
Specifically mine. Yeah, that is funny. I hope. Could you see that?
What?
Can you see that in this?
Was the thing turning?
Yeah. Wait. Is that what was funny?
Well, just the fact that somebody was trying to come in.
Yeah. It's probably Jackson. Should we let him in?
Sure.
You want to talk about something that inspires me? Gus unconditionally loves me, and I love that. He hates everyone. It feels really good to have something that really is just for you. You know.
Yeah. That's how I feel about my Xbox.
Your Xbox only loves you.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Because I've played it.
Yeah.
Fucking
that
cheater
dirty
on
little
you.
slut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could build up to the things that really inspire me a lot.
What do you mean build up?
Like, there's like certain things that are like pinnacles of like inspiration for me. You know, that are like the pillars that are always there. But then there's things that I see like every day that make me want to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, a very small one. I just started watching the show Community
Mm-hmm.
just the other night. It's so funny. It's so funny.
And that inspires you to do stuff?
It just made me want to really get back into the show, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, obviously,
Yeah.
because I still very much want to do it. But it like gave me a new like perspective on it and everything, and how to look at it. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. Like it's like whenever I have something like that, whenever I see something that I appreciate a lot, it makes me want to do what I'm gonna do better,
Yeah.
and more. And I like that. And Community was that. Joel McHale's hilarious. Chevy Chase is on it. And I'm gonna name my son Chevy Chase Blaylock. So, so I dug it. It was so funny. It like genuinely was, and that that made me think of something. Or I'll like hear a really really good album one day and be like, fuck man, like
What album have you been listening
music. Oh, which one? Yeah. I've been listening to a couple, but the one that got me going so hard was A Rush of Blood to the Head, Coldplay's album.
to? Okay.
Listen to it.
It's an older one?
Yeah. I guess it's from like 2000 maybe 2000 something. I was seriously like blown away by how good it was.
Really?
Like I laid in bed and just put on my headphones and put it on and just laid there and listened to the whole thing through and was like, holy shit. I've listened to it every single day since then.
Nice.
And it was just so good. So good. I don't want to oversell it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. It's that good. Like, the entire thing is that good. And it
So-
was just, like, leveling me, man.
Do you think that...
Made me really want to keep writing music and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
What do you want to do? Do you want to write music? What do you really, really, really
If I could do anything, I don't know. I ask myself that question all the time.
Really?
I don't know. I think I need to try to do both.
Both music and
Film.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think I can do both.
Yeah.
For sure. But, I don't know. I really don't. I love playing music so much, and I love jamming with people and writing music, and it's just, I feel so good when I do it,
Yeah.
and I just, like, have such, like, the biggest smile on my face whenever I'm playing it with, like, people, and it goes, like, as soon as you get that gel, it's just, like nothing tops that, man. I just go, like, fuck.
So do you get that same feeling?
I do
though?
get that same feeling when when I'm working on, like, something film-wise that I think is really good with someone.
Yeah.
Or like when I first have that idea and you're hashing it out, it feels like jamming, and I really like that. It depends. I like them for the same reason, because they both fulfill me,
Yeah.
make me feel good. I think I need to pursue both of them, and one of them will probably work out.
Mhm.
I'll just 100% both.
Yeah, is that possible?
Yeah, I can do it.
Because I've been thinking that same way, kind of. Like, there's so...
Which one do I want to do?
Well, just what do I want to do? Like, not which one. It's not really between music and, like, filmmaking. It's between, like, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy music, and
What is it between, like, Garbage Man or film for you?
No, it's between. It's like it's.
You'll make more money as a garbage man.
No, like it's between don't know. I don't
Beard or
really
no
know
beard?
what it is. It's film, and it's also like.
Is it different aspects of film?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it's like different
again,
aspects
I
of
don't
film.
know that those are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, that's not like, but then there's also like, I don't know. I always am like thinking of something new to like do, and I'm like, well, it's a weird thing because I'm not sure if I'm able to like fully get into all of them the same. You know what I mean? Like film
You're
is
not.
one thing, and then. But then you said like I could do 100%,
No, but
I
see,
could
you
100%
said
both of them.
You said fully get into all of them the same, and you can't get into something the same. It's a different way. It takes a different part of you. Like,
But if
I'm using a different.
but fully getting into something, I feel like is putting yourself 100% into it.
I can 100% put myself into writing music, and I can turn around the next day and 100% put myself into writing the show.
But that's on a day-to-day basis. But then
I could do it that same day,
but
because
think-
I
but
think it's
then-
different parts of me.
But I know, but it doesn't. Okay, whether it's in the same day or not, it's like it's separated. Like it's 100% right now, and then you're coming over here, and then you're doing 100%. But isn't that like in itself like let's just call it day-to-day on a day-to-day basis because. I don't want to
That
go
is
on.
tough.
I don't want to go on an hourly basis. So let's say one day you do nothing but music, the next day you do nothing but film, and then over time, that's not 100% one or the other. That's
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah, you're right.
And like I'm not saying like you can't do both.
No,
'cause
no, I get
that's,
what
like,
you're saying.
That's not what I'm trying to like
I think
be
it's-
like, but like
No, you're right.
but
I think
that's just something that I'm always thinking about. Is like
if you did 100% one thing, it'd probably be better.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I
there's
don't
some
have to choose.
because like some days like I'll get really into like filming something and I'll just like I'll just like want to just do nothing but film and like come up with an idea and then execute the idea, edit it and get it up on YouTube and really do something with it. But then there's other days where it's like I wanna I wanna draw a picture, or some days I'm like really into the idea of like making a book or something, and then like and then the next day it's like it's nothing, and it's
completely
like
gone?
I mean, it's not completely gone. It's still there, and it's still something that I think about a lot. It's like, but that's just one other thing that's like divvying up my like my drive, I guess, or my I don't know if drive is the right word. My like ability to do something like. You know
What I have thought about recently, actually, and this is that has actually been like a really big internal conflict for me as of late, because I love music so much and I've been doing it, like playing it my like whole life. And film is relatively recent compared, like the
Yeah.
last since we were in high school.
Yeah.
I got really into it, and I'm having a tough time with it. Not with either like making them or anything, because I love it so much and I feel so rewarded when I do either, and it's such a fun thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But it's like I was like trying to think about it and go like, well, right now, like right as I start up going to San Jose.
Could you turn that fan off?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry. I didn't think about that. Was it like
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah. Shit. That's okay.
I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, well, I want to try to do both. And I have really great opportunities to do both of those right now. Specifically right now in my life.
Yeah.
Because they're like the hardcore thing that me and you were writing, which I think is really cool. It's really fun. And then I've been jamming on that stuff with Candy for a long time, and it's like coming to a head now where we finally like piece together enough people to make something
Yeah.
where we can actually play music together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's the show, which is still like I'm perpetually working on, and I don't want to be like that person who's always like, well, I'm writing my screenplay, because that's the lamest thing. I just want to get it done and like make it into like a web series and pitch it, and then just like finish it and have it be definitive. But the way I thought about it is, I said I'm about to go to school for film, and I'm about to meet a lot of people for film. Why wouldn't I just take the time and write the show on my own right now, or like just like do what I'm doing like on a low scale where I'm still working on it consistently, but not like I'm not obviously like every single day of my life isn't like, let me put this together, like coordinating this, and then take the time that I have before I start wholly going into film at San Jose, and take that time and try to do the whole music thing right now and just like push it out, and see if I prefer one. Because the thing with music is I got into it because my dad played it. I was always around it. It was a big deal to me. And I always thought it was the coolest thing to like see my dad play the drums and like play his drums, and then like get my own music stuff, and I just get the weird. I just love guitar equipment and like drums and stuff. Everything about it so much, and everything that goes into it, I just love. And I have like such a wealth of knowledge about all of it too. That's just so impractical to have. But with film, I feel the same, and I almost like want to validate film more because I got into it on my own. Because I wasn't like, my dad does this, cool. Not that that's like a bad way to get into something, but film was like my thing that I got into because I was like, wow, I could do that. I want to do that.
Yeah, that is.
And that's like a really tough thing for me. So that's like a thing. Like when I listen to A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay, which is such a fucking phenomenal album. I was literally so blown away by it. I can't even explain it. It like was so good. It was just one of those moments where you hear something and you go like, wow, that's it. Like, that's really good. And I think I had to be right at that moment to hear it, to really appreciate it like that. If I had heard it any other time, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much.
Really?
Or if I hadn't heard it all in order, I wouldn't have liked it as much.
Yeah.
Because it functions really well as a whole.
Yeah.
And I think, so that did it for me, and I was like, wow, like I do have a really good chance to play like this kind of ambient, almost Circa Survive alternative music right now, because that's what I've been writing with Candy, and it's really fun, and I really like it, and I have a good chance to play that, and hear something that like makes me really want to. Then at the same time, then I go and I watch like Grand Budapest Hotel, and I'm so ridiculously inspired by that to go make film and be a part of that, which is something that I don't know, it's just art, I guess, that I want to be a part of, and I'd rather...
And that oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Well, I was just going to say, that is like, that's now where I'm at, is like, I don't want to just like, because that's what I thought, I was like, I want to make movies, like, that's what I want to do, and then like, we start making movies, and it's like, shit, like, I don't know if this is, like, actually, like, I don't know if this is exactly what I want to, like, dedicate my life to, and I don't know if I need to necessarily do that, like, I think that's something that's been, like, that idea of, like, you gotta know what you want to do, and then you gotta go to college for it, and then you gotta do that shit the rest of your life, like, that's been, like, fucking, like, pummeled into my head since the day that I was, like... Born, yeah.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
What's your major?
Yeah, seriously, and it's such a thing that it's, like... It's messed me up, and I think, like, and that's how I think now. It's like, if I don't want to do this the rest of my life, then I better not do it at all. Like, and that's a sad way to think, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you should think that way.
And like, and so it kind of like, there's some days where it's like, oh, I don't really want to make a movie today. I don't really want to film anything today. I'd rather draw today, or I'd rather make a book today, or something like.
Yeah,
and then I'm thinking,
man, I should write. But then I go, I'm gonna go play drums for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and then
I do that.
And I'm thinking then it's like, well, based on the way that I've been brought up, it's like, if I don't want to do that, like if I'm not gonna do this the rest of my life, and if there's some days where I'm not gonna want to do it, then like, why do it at all? It's like, it's such a weird thing. But so I'm thinking like, what like, I don't know if I want to just make movies my whole life. I want to just do art. Like, that's what I want to do. It's just like, I just want to like create things.
I feel like
and
that's where I am too.
I don't want to have to say like, I make movies.
I'm a filmmaker.
I don't want to only say that. I want to just be able to every day wake up and to create something new.
You want to
like,
spin a wheel and say, here's where I landed today.
Yeah,
here's
like,
what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe today I'm a filmmaker, but then tomorrow I'll be an illustrator, and then the next day next day I'll be a musician and I'll be playing music with you, or the next day, and then the next day after that I'll be building something with my hands, some sort of like model making or something, and it's like all that stuff is so like fun, and I'm just as passionate about all of it, but it's like, well, no, I guess but then I feel like I can't say that. I don't.
No, you are passionate about all of it. Don't say that you're not, because you are.
But it's like not the same amount. It can't be like 100% passionate about all of it, and it's such a.
When you're doing it, is your heart completely involved? Because then, yes, it is, and it's not over time. You're just thinking that way because that's how everyone is told to do it.
Yeah, and that's.
Here's the way I think about it.
Can't get out of that.
We're going to be doing stuff like this forever, because not to like toot our horn or anything, everyone who's listening to this, but. We have an artistic mindset, and we don't want to do normal things. Not knocking anyone who has a normal job, but doing what we want to do. We're not ever going to retire. We're going to be doing this forever. You don't stop. Like, it's not with art, your job isn't done. You just keep doing more things. Yeah. It's like if a painter on like a small scale used the same paint every day, it wouldn't be that cool. You got to go do other things to make what you're doing better. Yeah. And then if you do other things, it like brings every aspect of that into the other things that you're doing, and that I think that's what makes it better. So the way I look at it is I say, yeah, you know what? I do want to play hardcore music and alternative music, and I want to make film, and I want to be able to write, and I want to do that, and I can do those, and I can break them up. So on a larger scale, it would be like, hey, I'm going to go tour, and then when I get back, we can film this, and that'll be done.
Yeah.
And just think of it, you don't have to think of it as, I'm not dedicating myself to this, I shouldn't do it. You should say, this is, like, I'm going to do this, and then this, and once I do this, it'll make that better because of it, because I'll have the experience, and it'll change it and make it a lot different. So, or it's like some days I want to do stand-up, and that's something that I still want to do, obviously, and I think that I'm not gonna be stoked if I don't do it. So I'm gonna go try it, and if I love it, then awesome, and I'll keep doing it just as much as I do music or film.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't like it, then well, you know what? I had fun and I tried it. It was cool.
Yeah.
Or like I like acting a lot. Still want to do that. Nothing says that I can't play music and do that.
Yeah.
If anything, they would just help each other.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, here's another thing that I do. Ryan Gosling plays in a band, and they do really well.
Yeah, that's also something else that I think about. Like, Ryan Gosling does play in a band, but I wonder if there was ever a time when, like, he was like, okay, no band right now. Like, I'm just going to do acting, and I'm going to focus on this. And then, like, once he got to where he is as an actor, then he's like, okay, like, I did it. Like, I'm now an established actor. Everybody knows I'm an actor. I don't need to, like, really, like, work at, like, getting parts, and, like, I don't need to hustle, like, I don't need to, like, you know, hustle for it and, like, really, like, try to, like, be in there and get it done. Like, I'm an actor. Everybody knows I'm an actor. Now I can, like, be an actor over here and then come over here, and now I could kind of start writing music again and, like, getting into, like making the band a real thing, and, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that's ever a thing, and if that's the case, then, like, is that something that needs to be done? Like, you need to just, like, focus one thing at a time. Like, focus every day on music, or focus every day on film, whatever it is. And then once that's, like, complete, then it's like, now I can come over and do this other thing that I've been trying to do.
Maybe that is it. I don't know. I guess you can't know until you try.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stop doing any of the things that I do, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I want. And I think as long as I'm doing what I want to do, it'll be fine. It'll be better.
Yeah.
I don't think I should have to compromise on anything. Because like I said, I get inspired by things every day. I listen to Under Oath still consistently, and every time I hear one of their records, I go, God, they're so good.
Yeah.
Like, and it just makes me want to do awesome stuff. And it's stuff like that. It's like little things like that. Or I go and I see a good movie.
Yeah.
And I go, you know what? Yeah, like, I love film. I gotta keep working on that. It's stuff like that.
What about Wes Anderson movies?
What about them?
You?
I don't know. I wish I could say what about Wes Anderson definitively was, like, my thing. I saw Royal Tenenbaums when I was younger, and I knew who Owen Wilson was, as young kids do. He's like a staple, Shanghai Noon. That's what I knew him from. I knew about him, and I really, really liked him. Just as an actor, I thought he was really funny. So I remember watching it with my dad, and I thought the movie was really cool. Like, even then, even though it was really slow and everything, I was into it.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was, like, it had a good story and everything, and I really dug it. And then Jackson, my brother, was watching, told me about Fantastic Mr. Fox. Didn't believe him that it was good. I didn't know it was a Wes Anderson movie either. It was before I was cognizant of it. And I didn't believe him. He said, no, it's really good. Sit down and watch it. And I said, fine, whatever, like, let's watch it. And we did, and I was blown away by how good that movie was. I just thought it was, like, one of the best things I had seen. And then I said it on the last podcast that I went to go see Ted. It was sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Moonrise Kingdom on accident instead, knowing that it was Wes Anderson, but not knowing about him other than Fantastic Mr. Fox, really. And again, then I was like, wow, what is with this guy? And then I went and watched every single one of his movies that week. Like, I just sat down and watched them all. I rented all of them, like, sequentially on Amazon, and was like, this is it. Like, this is as good as it gets for me, film-wise. Like, this is what does it for me. And I like it because it doesn't rely on being really action driven or anything like that. It's all very character growth driven.
Yeah.
A lot of people take that as being really dry and slow,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. I don't think. I think it's just not overtly fast, and that's that. Like it's like a certain taste. You have to like a certain pace
Yeah.
to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of like Akira Kurosawa, and he's a Japanese director, and Japanese cinema is real slow.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Eastern theater and stuff is really, really slow. And there's a lot like that with Wes Anderson stuff usually.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just there's something about it. And every time I watch one of his movies, I feel that way.
Yeah.
It just makes me like happy.
Yeah.
It's like when I listened to Guns N' Roses for the first time as a kid and was like, what? What is this band?
Yeah.
Blown away. Still listen to them constantly. Or when my Uncle Jeff in 4th grade gave me a Ramones CD for my birthday because he said, what is it like a little 4th grade kid like who likes rock music? The Ramones, man. And he gave me Rocket to Russia. Boom. So sick. I loved it so much. Yeah. What does it for you? What? And then you can figure out what you want to do. What do you watch that makes you... What do you see that makes you want to do things?
I told you this a little while ago. It's like, right now at least, well, it's kind of always been, it's like the action movie thing.
Yeah, respect.
It's like, I remember being, like, really young, and, like, I saw, I think it was Tom Cruise in War of the Worlds?
Yep.
I think it was War of the Worlds. It might have been War of the Worlds, or it could have been, like, Mr. and Mrs. Smith or something. I know he wasn't in that, but it was something. There's been a couple of times. Also, it happened in Mission Impossible 3. Just like, I just wanted to be like I just wanted to be like a superhero basically. And then I see movies with like Tom Cruise doing the sickest stuff in them, like leaning out of a car and like shooting the car behind him. I think that
Jack
happened.
Reacher.
I think that happened in both Mr. and Mrs. Smith and in, I think it was World
Tom
of Worlds.
Cruise
that it
just
happened.
leaned out of a car and did that in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah,
even though he
no,
wasn't in it.
no, but it was like that, and then it was it. I was like, dude, what the hell? I want to do that. Like, I want to be able to be an action hero. And so at first it was like, I want to be an actor. That's what it was when I was like really young, like in middle school. I was like, dude, I want to like be an actor. Like, I want to be like an action star. And then I was like, like time passed, and then I was just like, no, actually, it's not that I want to act in the movies. It's that I just want to create these like worlds and like,
I still want to act in them.
and be, yeah, I mean, it would still be
I'm not
sick.
that mature yet.
It would still be sick to act in them, but it's more about like creating like the whole thing. Like, dude, this is like a whole action piece that like was created, and like, I don't know, just being behind all that and just having the idea for something like for everything, and then being able to just like to like make it was like a sick thing to me, and I was like, wow, yeah, that's what I want to do. Because also it was like, because I also draw a lot when I was, I mean, I still do draw every once in a while, but I would draw a lot when I was younger, and then I realized like what I want to draw is basically like what I'm seeing on these movies. So it's like, so why don't I just make the movie instead of drawing it? Like, I could just.
Because you don't have the means.
I know I know that, but like that was like the idea that I had, was like, I want to draw like a sick action scene, but it's like, you can't really draw. I mean, you can draw a sick action scene. You can draw one frame of an action scene, but that doesn't really get the whole like idea of the action scene across. So it's like, no, I just want to make the action scene. Like, I just want to make the whole thing happen. Like, and like seeing stuff like in Mission Impossible 3 when like Tom Cruise is like, when they're on that bridge, and they have like the rabbit's foot, it's called, when he has the rabbit's foot like in his possession, and I think it's the rabbit's foot, I'm pretty sure it is. He has it in his possession, and then he's like bringing it back to like the government or whatever, and then they get like ambushed by these helicopters, and they blow this bridge up, and like his teammates like tells him like, there's a machine gun in the truck.
What is this movie?
Mission Impossible 3.
Okay.
And he's like, there's a machine gun in the van, in the SUV or whatever, and he like, Tom Cruise like runs back to the SUV, and he like gets the machine gun, and he's like, and a helicopter's like sees him in a helicopter, and he has to like get into this truck that's like flipped over to get the machine gun, and he like gets it, and then he gets out of the truck at fast, and he's like running away from it, and this helicopter's like shooting a missile at him to like blow up the truck that he's in, and he like gets out of the truck just in time, and then he's like running, and like the missile hits the truck, and then it explodes, and then he gets like blown. Most of the time, like, he would get blown forward from the explosion or blown backwards from the explosion, but he was blown, like, sideways from the explosion. It was really sick, and I was like, whoa, that's awesome! I never thought about that as, like, a possibility. I mean, obviously, it's not real. It would never happen,
no.
But it was just sick that, like...
You were just like, I love how they blatantly ignored the laws of physics for that one scene.
And it was just so sick because he's, like, running, and he gets blown... The truck gets
running,
blown
like,
up.
straight at the camera, and then, like, it explodes behind him, and he went, like, whoa!
Yeah, and he, like, he gets, like, blown sideways, and he, like, hits a car and, like, falls on the ground and, like, gets back up and, like, keeps running. Dude, it looks so sick, and, like... I don't know if it's like if it just looks like he's blown sideways, if they're like using a really long lens. So like
you might need to rewatch the movie.
No, I mean he clearly he goes sideways, but it could have just been like the focal length that they were shooting at. If they're shooting on like a long lens,
you totally lost me.
I'm about to explain it to you.
Okay.
If you're shooting on like a really long lens, like a zoom lens, then like everything in the scene gets like compressed, so everything looks really close together. Like stuff in the background and stuff in the foreground, there's not much like it doesn't look like there's much distance between them, and you'll see that a lot. Like if there's like a car driving or somebody running and it's shot on like a long lens, it won't look like they're really coming forward or going backwards. Like
okay.
So like next time you're watching a movie, look for that and you'll notice, and you'll be like, okay, that's shot on a long lens.
Forget.
You'll be able to tell. And so I'm not sure if it was just how it was shot was like on a long lens, and like just like the way that he was like blown, he might have been blown like diagonally, and then just because it was a long lens, like the sideways motion was like really exaggerated. I don't know. It just looked sick. I just know everything about it looked really cool, and I was like, dude, I want to be that. I want to do that. And then like, and that was probably like maybe.
It's like when you texted me like 2 weeks ago and said, I think I want to be a stuntman.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I said, so do that.
Yeah, it'd be so much fun to be a stuntman. To do that, yeah, to be like getting blown up.
Play the stuntman in my
see, that's another
film
thing
about
where it's
the
like,
suicidal
well,
stuntman.
Do I do like... Dude, yeah, that's sick, I'll do that.
I told you about it.
Yeah.
I have it like
forgot about it.
roughly written out, actually.
But yeah, that's like the same, it's like... that's the same thing we were talking about earlier. It's like, yeah, be a stuntman, and then it's like, well, how much do I put into being a stuntman? Like, it's
You
like,
put everything that you have into everything and stop thinking that you can.
I know. Well,
That's it.
that's just the way that that's just the way my brain works, I guess.
No, it shouldn't have to be. That's
Well,
dumb,
that
man.
is. That's what it is. That's how it is.
Get out of that.
I try, and trust me, man. It's like a constant, like you said, it's like a constant battle you have with yourself, and it's just like, I don't know how to fix it. Like,
do I want to become
therapy
suit
or something.
and tie version of me, or do I want to become everything
that's-
I've ever wanted version of me?
Well, that's the thing is like I definitely don't want to be suit and tie version, but it's like, but I just don't know how much.
I don't want to be suit and tie version, but on the other hand, I look awesome in a suit and tie.
That's true.
I do.
No, I do.
I mean, I do too.
I feel like everybody really.
Yeah,
like,
you
if
know, that's
put
like a
suit and tie
universal
on,
look.
You just look good.
That's a thing, yeah. Well, no, as long as it's fitted. I've seen some weird, dopey ass kids in some weird too long suits, man.
Too long suits.
It's like when their coat is really, really long and the pants are like kind of floods. And
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And they're wide. It's all about. They're
Yeah,
wide.
when you look like a square man.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's got to be tailored to you, like really well.
Yeah.
Everyone just needs a suit that fits them right
Dude.
to feel
that's-
good about themselves.
That's true.
That's all they need in life. Oh man.
I've been seeing some guys lately that have just been wearing good suits, and I'm like, dang it, man.
Where do you see these men?
I don't know. Fashion shows. Paris.
You looking up fashion shows? Are you going?
What? No, I went.
Oh,
Yeah.
just casually?
Yeah.
That's cool because that was back in, I don't know, like January,
What?
like Fashion Week.
Oh.
I think it is. That's in New York though. Don't hold me to that.
Well, it's every
Oh,
week's
shit.
Fashion Week in Paris. I feel like. What? Well, okay. Back. Let's get back on.
Not
topic.
that week of
Let's
the
get-
French Revolution.
let's get back. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that. Yeah, we're French Revolution denialists.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Mhm.
Everyone in France was on vacation from 1780 to 1788.
What other who else? What other?
Who else jacks me up with inspiration?
Yeah.
Who else stokes the fires of my heart?
Yeah.
Andy Samberg gets me wanting to do comedy stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just think that he just does kind of what he wants, and even if it's like even if I don't think it's great, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that. Really, I'm a big fan of Saturday Night Live. Actually, I think it's just a really cool thing, and it's run for so long, and I used to watch it so much when I was a kid. I just loved it.
I never watched it.
Yeah, not most people haven't. Like most people now don't. I don't get it. I really loved it.
Really?
It would make me laugh so much. That's where I saw the Andy Samberg stuff, like jizz in my pants and all that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that, but...
well, yeah, everyone in the world has
Yeah.
seen that. I remember though that was Andy Samberg was the point where I said, "Nah, I want to do comedy. I could do that. Why couldn't I?" That was one of the periods where I was coming out of maybe I don't only want to play music with my life. Maybe there's other things I have to offer the world other than just playing bad music. Andy Samberg, yeah, stuff like that. I looked at it and I said, why couldn't I do that? Why not? I could. I don't know. That's a tough thing. I just look at all these artists and I say, these people are literally living my dream. I just want that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to find it. That's it. This podcast is something? Does this distract from what you normally do every day?
It's not that it distracts.
No.
It's not that it distracts from it.
Does it take away your 100%ness on something else? I don't think so. I think it just boosts it.
But it's not. But maybe it's not that the podcast is taking 100% away. Maybe it's that something else is taking 100% away from the podcast.
I don't know. This is a really somber one. This is really serious.
Yeah.
We're digging deep on this one.
Well,
Digging deep.
sometimes I don't like to tell jokes. Sometimes, not every day is a joke day.
Every day is a joke day to me because I don't take my life seriously.
Well,
No, that's cool. No, I'm glad. This, I feel like this is an actual serious discussion about what are you gonna do with your life.
it is.
Your life is just a bottle cap that's stuck in a bottle.
Dude, yeah. You want to know what I feel like right now that I've been thinking about a lot.
Bottle cap stuck in a bottle.
Kind of. You know, when you put something in a plastic bag and then you suck all the air out of it,
No.
like a sandwich or something. When you put a sandwich in a plastic bag, you don't suck the air out of it.
No.
Why not?
Why do you do that, you freak?
Because that's what makes it stale. The air inside the bag will
I'm
make...
gonna eat the sandwich the next day, latest.
Dude, that's gonna be stale by then. That's not gonna be anywhere as good. That's why, that's why you don't leave stuff out, is because the air...
Yeah, no, I know that, but
Well, that's what I feel like, is
I don't think you're right.
What?
Then how does stuff stay good in Tupperware? Do you suck the air out of a Tupperware?
No, but...
No.
But if you just put bread in a Tupperware, then it would get bad really fast.
Pasta would be the same.
I don't know.
What's different? Put a piece of chicken in a Tupperware, put a piece of chicken in a plastic bag. It's the same. That's the same. You're just taking the extra time.
There's a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but you're supposed to. Yeah.
No.
Dude.
If it was like that, every plastic bag would be those weird storage bags where you vacuum the air out. And they're not.
Dude, there's a reason you're supposed to... There's certain things you're supposed to put in Tupperware and certain things you're supposed to put in plastic bags.
Okay, let me tell you this. That is not true. As soon as it's sealed, it's usually fine.
Dude, you gotta suck the air out of it.
Okay, I work with packaged dog food almost every day. And some bags are sealed like a brick.
Yeah.
And some bags aren't. Same with coffee.
But think about it then.
There's no difference.
But think about why would they even seal them, airtight them if there wasn't a reason for it?
There's not. It just, that one got sealed a little bit tighter. That's it.
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's
it literally is. I asked.
I think it's there's the manufacturer.
The Illuminati's
no, not the Illuminati. Just the manufacturer is make sure that all the bags are airtight. It has to be that the stuff will last longer. It'll be better for longer. It has to be.
The bags that are sealed really tight, they do look better. But
And
they're
they're
a
easier to
pain in that.
stack.
No, they're fucking terrible because they're not malleable. They don't like bend to the shape of the other bags.
Well,
They're just,
they're
like,
hard.
weird. It's
Those
like
aren't the hard ones to stack. The ones that throw off everything are the ones that are malleable that throw
No!
off the stack. Because if they're all just sealed and it's a brick, then they can just stack on top of each other perfectly. But then you've got that one that's like not airtight. That's like a pillow. That like when you put the other ones on top
No,
of,
you're
then
wrong.
it's, then it's
Because
throwing
I
the
put
stack
two of the
all
brick
off.
ones on top of each other yesterday, and it looked like a fucking teeter-totter.
Well, you put one horizontal and one.
No, I didn't. I stacked them the same, and I stepped back and was like, God.
I don't
I
know.
left
you,
it.
You must be doing something wrong.
No, I'm good at my job. I was great at Starbucks too. It was the same thing.
Hmm.
They are more satisfying to have all the air sucked out like that. Because when you open it, it's like.
Yeah, all I know is
That's
that's
cool.
that's what I feel like.
Okay, well you can feel that way, but it's not a fact. You need to not tell me this. You're saying like, no, you have to do it this way, but then you're going, it's
Well,
just
I'm
my
not.
opinion.
I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying, like, you could have a stale sandwich if you want. I don't care. You're eating it. Like, you can do whatever you want with your bag of sandwich. But I'm
How long do you wait to eat a sandwich? After you put it in the bag?
I don't know. It depends on what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Like if I'm taking it to work, then like a few hours. And,
Yeah.
But if I'm
It's not gonna be stale
making
then.
it like the night before, then obviously it's gonna be like maybe like a day or something.
I don't know.
When you like get the bread out to make a sandwich, and then you're putting the bread away, and you like twist it up and get that little tie around it.
Yep.
Do you twist it up and leave all the air in it?
Yep.
You're ruining the bread, bro.
All of our bread is fine.
That's not true at all.
No, that's not true. The bread is always moldy. The bread is constantly moldy.
Bro.
But that's not my fault. No one in my family does that.
But that doesn't mean that doesn't.
I've never met a person in the world who did that. Do you like put your head in the bag and go like?
No, but like, no, I don't. When I'm putting the bread away, I spin it and then I squeeze all the air out like this, like bear hug it.
And so you have like smashed bread.
No, I don't. I make sure not to smash bread. It's a very delicate procedure, but it's well worth it in the end because my bread is not stale, is not moldy, and it is good for another day to make another sandwich in it.
In all fairness, my family eats out a lot. We don't get a lot of chance to use the bread.
Well,
That's not why our bread is getting moldy. I would like to test that. To see.
we don't need to test it.
I think it's a moisture thing that makes the bread moldy.
It probably is a moisture thing from air trapped in the bag, creating condensation.
Nah. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I've been doing that forever, but I'm cool with it. I'm gonna live forever because I probably ingested a ton of mold. I just gagged a little bit thinking about it. I hate mold so much. God, mold disgusts me.
Mold is probably like spiders.
To
Like,
me?
No,
Or like, wait, for real?
well, like it's probably something like how people say like you swallow like a spider a night
Oh,
or something.
don't.
You know how
Stop.
people say that?
Yeah, no, I know, and
It's
that makes me uncomfortable too.
Probably like that same thing. Like you eat a certain amount of mold in your life every day or something.
One time my friend Jenna told me she bit into a tortilla that was moldy. Oh, I'm trying not to puke. It like makes me so uncomfortable. And she didn't know there was mold on it. She bit into it, and she said it felt like sandpaper in her mouth. Like, it was the nastiest thing. And I was like,
That's disgusting.
yeah. Mold is the nastiest thing in the world.
Yeah, mold really is.
But I love
gross.
mushrooms.
And cheese.
I like cheese a lot. Big fan.
That's just
It's a mold.
That's a mold.
I know, okay, I know. I also, spiders make me uncomfortable, but I don't kill them. Just leave them.
Oh, I kill him.
Nope. I think it's a mutual respect thing with spiders.
Oh, I see a spider, he's dead.
That sucks. What if you were the spider?
I'd be dead. I wouldn't have to worry about me then, at least killing me.
No, okay. You're not understanding. You have to think about it. That thing is alive.
Well,
There's a family.
dude, I don't want to swallow him.
That's his fault if he climbs in your mouth. It's not his fault if you just see him.
What would you rather? How would you rather die? A slow, acidic death in the pit of my stomach, or a quick?
I would rather me do something that causes my own death than be smashed for nothing.
Well, spiders are gross. I don't like the
Good
idea.
reason.
I don't like the idea of spiders crawling on me. I hate the
No one likes that idea.
So I just get rid of them before they have the opportunity to crawl on me. Like, if I see a spider out and about, I don't care. Like, if I saw a spider in here, I wouldn't kill it. But if there was a spider, like, close to me, like about to crawl on me, then like I would kill it. If I saw a spider like in my room, every time I see a spider in my room, I kill it because then it's like.
One time I was with my brother Jake at my dad's house, and it was like 1 a.m. We used to do this thing where we would sit on the porch because we had a TV on the porch and watch it till like 3 a.m. just in the summer when it was super warm.
Yeah.
That was also the time he took a hot dog out of the fridge, and dipped it in milk, and came up behind me and like slathered it all on my face. I don't know why he did it, but that was like his go-to one time. And he used to make us waffles with peanut butter on them. And he would just like bring them out and be like, "Here, man." And I was like, "Okay."
Why?
They were good.
Very good.
But one time we watched this spider in the corner of the house, like right up there, and it was spinning like one of those, like it was gonna eat this thing.
Yeah.
And it spun it. We watched it for like 5 minutes, like whoa. And after 5 minutes, I was still standing there like looking at it. And Jake steps away and comes back with like the handle of a broom and just went, we like smashed it. And I was just like, God. And that was when I was like, I'm done killing him. Like we just watched it like do something really cool, and he just followed it up with, boom, dead. We watched a lot of Disney Channel out there. I don't know why.
That's the only channel you could get, maybe.
No, we had Nickelodeon and everything on there. It was like a basic cable thing, and it's just like you had like those that would work. We watched a lot of Celebrity Deathmatch. Do you watch? You remember that show?
Yeah, that show was good.
What happened to that? That's a
all
good
the
idea.
celebrities died, I guess.
They had one with the third Olsen sister on it, and she was like a crazy hyena woman that they kept in like a cage.
Oh.
It was so funny. That dude, see stuff like that, stuff that I used to watch then made me want to do like stuff like that too. Like I've always just wanted to do TV and music because I've always seen it together as like a joint thing almost.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like Jason Schwartzman acts and he does Coconut Records, and they both do well.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I understand that like people do more than one thing, but like my real dilemma, like I realize that I can do more than one thing.
So which one do you do first?
Yes. It's what do I put... It's do I need to put all of my effort into one thing first and then be successful at that, or moderate, or like just be able to sustain myself off of that?
I'm going to give you a sick Wes Anderson quote.
Okay.
That from him.
From him to me?
Yep. I was really bummed when I met him and he said, "Tell your friend Jason." And I was like,
Why?
him. Why not me? And he was like, because I have no faith in you. And I was like, I read it in that book that I have.
Yeah.
And it said, just like take the one project and do whatever you can and finish it and then move on, and that's it. But finish that one project.
Yeah. Okay.
So do that.
So I need to just do that one thing then.
Yep, and then finish it and move on and do something else.
Okay.
And that'll make it better, and that'll make it more special. And that's it. And like, truth be told, he was like writing other movies while he was working on movies, but like it was like that was back burner stuff. Like it was like, oh, in my free time, I'm just gonna be like, here, I'm gonna put a little bit on this. That way, I have some stuff. So when I come to it to make it my front burner project, I have more to work with. It's like, for me, it would be like, yeah, I'm going to write this show, and I'm going to put my whole heart into it, but I'm also going to write music, and then when I do the show and everything, and I'm say, okay, I got some time for music now, I'm going to have some stuff to already start with.
Yeah.
And it'll be easy. But I'm going to finish the project, and I'm going to move on to the next one. And that's it. Kind of like with our podcast. We finish one, we put it up, we move on to the next one. No looking back.
Yeah.
And every podcast that we do makes the next ones either better or worse.
Yeah.
Usually worse.
Yeah.
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 We gotta figure out how to get these on YouTube. But yeah, that's it. Those are good words. Yeah. Whoops.
Whoops.
Whoops. I feel like that's a smart thing to do. Do what you're doing and then move on. Right? Tell me that's not good advice. I feel like it is.
Yeah, that is good advice. Okay, but there's two parts to it though.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you're doing and then move on.
Yep.
Good advice. But there's still the dilemma of what to devote my time to.
What one tickles your fancy the most?
I don't know.
Do the one you have the means to do first. The means for the other ones will come. You can't feasibly make the action movie you want to make right now because you don't have a helicopter, you don't have a car to hang out the side of, and you don't have any guns. You also don't have Tom Cruise. You're missing The 4 parts of it.
crucial components to
You have
action movie.
nothing.
Well, I could be the action hero. I could be Tom Cruise.
Yep. One thing.
I could use your car to blow up.
No, you couldn't.
What else do I need?
A helicopter. A machine gun. Really nice camera.
No.
Explosions.
No, I don't need all that stuff. My action movie's not gonna have any of that.
Fine, make it claymation and embarrass yourself. So, okay, look at it this way. You have the means to do music right now, so do that. That might not be the first thing that comes to your mind, but do it and finish it and then say, is that what I wanted? And evaluate yourself then. But really sink your head into that, like an ostrich with its head in the sand. It's a terrible analogy. Do it that way, though. That's a smart way to think about it, I think. You wanted to play guitar? That's a good reason to start.
Yeah.
So do that. Like I said, that might not be your first thing, but do it. You have the means. You have people around you that do play it. Multiple friends that do it. You have the means to make literally whatever you want. And then finish it and move on.
It seems harder than that, though.
It is harder than that. But the first part of it is saying, okay, I'm going to do it. That's it.
I feel like guitar is a bad example for that.
Why? Oh, because you never really stop that.
Yeah, that's not something
No.
that I could just like finish and.
No, okay, I'm saying like just music though. Like do something that you're satisfied with and then say, cool, and let's go do something else. And move on from there. And then maybe you'll do another thing and go, cool, I think I'm going to go back to playing music a little bit more seriously than casually like I was for this period of time.
Yeah.
Do it that way. Or say, you know what, I do want to invest all of my time into making multiple podcasts. And then do that for a while and see how you dig it. That's a terrible example because once you start doing a podcast, you have to do it better. Or you have to like keep it consistent, so
going.
you can't really stop. Unless you just want to end it all.
End it all.
I don't want to end it all. I enjoy this.
I don't want to end it all either.
I feel like the music one's an easy one. It's not an easy one, but you have the means and you have people around you that want to do it.
Yeah.
So do it.
Okay.
Let yourself run with it.
That's what I'm trying to do. I am trying to do it. I am trying to do it, but yeah, I don't know. I am trying to do
I
it.
feel like that's also a cool thing for you because you are like a good poet and lyricist, and that's a good way to dig your soul out.
Yeah.
Figure out what you actually want. Write about it.
Yeah. That is a good yeah.
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 I feel like it's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
I like it. Because I enjoy playing music.
Yeah.
So it plays right into something that I like. A little bit self-motivated there. But yeah, like, and honestly, like, I've kind of I got to the point with the show, which I still really love, that I said, like, I don't think I'm at the right headspace right now to do that.
Yeah.
Totally. So I'm going to play music and kind of hash my thoughts out about it and then go back to it, and it'll be better. Because I still have the first drafts of it, and I still have, like, everyone who still wants to be involved, and I have, like, set stuff, and it's just, like, it's something that I said, oh, you know what, I can do this better if I take a quick break on it. I jumped the gun on it. I wasn't ready to do it, but I'm ready to do something else.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I'm sure, like I said, going to San Jose State, I'll meet a litter of new people that'll be neat about it, or I won't, and I'll realize that I had a good thing going before, and I'll go back to that.
Mm-hmm. Probably have to put a new memory card in there, Jackson.
Is the close-up one still on us?
Yeah.
Running? Do you want to just cut it off? How long has it been?
I don't know.
59 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
You finished?
Well, we're gonna
We're
wrap
gonna-
it up and do an outro into that camera.
Is my
that one's
mustache-
that one's still going, right, Jackson?
Yeah.
Is my mustache curled?
Yeah.
Does it look cool?
Yeah.
Does it? I hope so. I really want it to look cool and not stupid. I'm really afraid now to shave my beard off.
Why?
Because I think I'll look terrible now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine myself without it now.
That's kind of where I am, but I don't want to shave my beard off. So.
I don't want to either, but at the same time I kind of go like, ooh, what if I look better without it? What if I look stupid like this? And I don't know.
Well, if you like it, I'd say,
I do like it a lot.
I'd say keep it.
I like saving my food for later.
Yeah, me too, dude. Milk and stuff. It's
Ooh,
great.
what the Mister, you gotta suck the air out of your bags, put milk in your beer, and save it for later.
No, that's not really what I do.
It's
That
like the
was-
milk frosting on the bottom of one of those cereal bars.
That was
It's
just,
great.
Yeah.
It's like Go-Gurt in your beer.
That was just like a thing that happened to me this morning. I was like eating some Apple Jacks, and then I like went to go take a shower.
Apple Jacks.
And then I like went to go take a shower, and then I like looked in the mirror, and there was like so much milk in my beer.
It sucks
And I
'cause,
was like, oh, it's a good thing I came in here before I went out and did anything. It's like that milk beer, which
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have looked like milk by the time I got there. Hey, how's it going?
It's like,
Yeah, I just had to run in with some Apple Jacks, if you know what I mean. Okay.
That's a
okay.
euphemism, everyone.
All right.
Learn your terms.
Yeah, that was pretty not funny podcast.
Yeah, if you bore through that, I had some good advice.
There was some deep I don't know.
There was some soul searching going on
I just
there.
don't know anymore.
If you're lost in your life, listen to this. No, it's too late. This is at the end. If you're lost in your life, just finish what you're doing and move on. And I don't know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
because I don't do anything with my life.
And I don't know either. It's hard.
Life is hard, but if you finish what you're doing and you move on, you'll get something done.
I guess yeah, it is true. Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. Before we go, okay, actually, never mind.
No, now you have
I
to.
was just gonna say it makes me mad, like when I listen to like the Nerdist podcast and like
Enjoy your video.
Chris Hardwick says stuff like just do it, just do what you want to do and nothing else. And I'm like,
That is
yes,
good advice, though.
it is good advice, but like, how is anybody like, how am I, a 21-year-old who lives at home, supposed to just do whatever he wants and not expect my parents to like kick me out of the house? Or,
Okay,
like,
well, Chris Hardwick did whatever he wanted, and he got where he is.
but he already had money. He was already doing like.
No, he like came up. He did the DJ thing, and then he got a job at MTV, and he came up hard. Like he worked hard.
Yeah, but I mean, like he has said that like that wasn't really what he like.
Oh,
wanted
yeah, no,
to do.
okay.
Like
I get what you're saying.
He had done that stuff, and like he had like got a little bit of savings or something. I'm assuming. I don't know his life, but he had done all these things, and then like he was already making like decent money doing like stand up. I guess is something that he says is like his like main passion. That's mainly what he loves. So like, and I guess he had been. Well, I don't know actually if he had been doing that like while he
I
was
gotta
doing
start.
like
God,
while
I
he
gotta
was
start.
doing
Singled out.
yeah, Singled Out and whatever else he was doing for MTV a long time ago. Like,
Chris
I don't
Hardwick,
know.
if you're listening to this, we're not trying to bash you. I really want to be on your podcast.
Like
one
like,
day.
I'm just saying like it's just like I just don't know how I'm supposed to do whatever I like. Just do what you want to do. Like I don't know how I'm supposed to do that when like not only is one of the things that's being like drilled into my head is like you got to figure out what you want to do and then do it the rest of your life. But another thing that's being drilled into my head is like you need to like
Explore.
no, not explore. Like do the exact opposite of explore. Like find something
And stick to it.
and stick to it and like hurry up and like start making enough money to where you don't have to live here anymore. Like go and do something. Like you like move out. Like
Yeah, well,
go
okay,
on. Like,
we
how-
live in a...
like I don't know how I'm supposed to like do whatever I want to do. Like, or not whatever. Like saying do whatever I want to do sounds bad, but like I don't know how I'm supposed to do only what I want to do. Like do what I love doing when like that necessarily is not gonna like make any money. It's not gonna make any money. It's not.
I akin that to like you need experience to get a job, but you need the job to have experience.
Yeah.
You just gotta bust in one day.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know. I think you know what? I think everyone is overthinking it.
But
And
it's
there's
like that-
but there's no simple answer to
And
it.
so it's like that. Yeah, you gotta bust in one day, but it's like, but the reason that it's like scary and like stressful is because it's like oh, I gotta hurry up and bust in, like I gotta fucking like get the show on the road, basically, like, and so it's like shit. If I don't know if I want to like bust in over here and do music, or like I don't know if I want to like bust in over here and do music, or if I want to like. Because then it's like, well, now I'm here doing music, and now, like, I gotta, like, now I made some money doing music, and now I made enough money to pay for an apartment or something, and now it's like now I've got a lease on an apartment. It's so overthought. I know. I think about it too much. I realize that, but it's something that I feel like you need to think about. And it's like, okay, so I made some money. Okay, so it's not music, but I made money like doing art. Say like I did like I sell like drawings or something.
Hentai.
No. I sell money. I make money selling drawings, and then and then I'm like, okay, cool. I made enough money to like buy an apartment, and now I have like a 2-year lease on this apartment, let's say, and I'm paying rent for it every month. And now it's like, oh, but I don't really want to do art anymore. But I can't stop doing it now. I can't stop selling my drawings because now I have to pay for this rent every month, and now I'm stuck here. Like now I'm stuck doing something, and like I'm sure it would be fine to be stuck like doing something that I enjoy doing, like drawing. But then like I think about it for like what if I got a job doing something that I didn't enjoy doing, like just like working at like a grocery store or something stupid like that. Like I don't want to work at a grocery store, but what if I got like a good job at a grocery store that paid well enough for me to move out? Then I could do that. But now I can't leave this grocery store job because I have to pay for this rent, and I have to pay for every other fucking thing that you have to pay for when you don't live with your parents. And then it's like it's a lot. It's like a shit ton to think about, but it's something that I'm constantly thinking about, and it's just like stressful as all hell. Like do what you want to do and like do what you love, but it's like fucking A, what I love doesn't make any money, and like you're telling me as parents to do what I love to do, but then also to like, okay, move out. Like you gotta move out and you gotta like move on with your life. You can't stay here forever, and it's just like it's fucking hard. And so it's like, okay, I gotta really think about what I want to do, and then dedicate myself fully to it, and then like make the money doing it, and then move out, and then like I don't know, it's fucked, dude.
You okay?
It's a process. it's such like a fucked up process to like.
Yeah, no, it really is. No, truly, I don't have a good answer for you. I'm doing that. Like,
yeah,
I understand.
It's fucking, dude. It's too much, man. It's too much for me to.
You'll figure it out. Like I said, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
You're at the prime position in your life to explore and do what you want. You're at your lowest earning potential, but your highest creativity potential with the least responsibility. You can do what you want now.
Yeah.
You don't need to think about getting a fucking sick-ass job right now because you're at your lowest earning potential.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not, that is like not even what I think about the most. Like,
it's like, you think about just finding the thing that you want to do and making sure that that's still what you want to do after time passes.
Yeah.
People change, man.
Yeah.
Roll with it.
All right. That was the final thought, I guess. That was
a long.
It kind of went on to be a long final thought. Yeah, sorry about that.
My final thought, everyone, is going to be find what you love. Specifically, stick to that thing your whole life. Make sure it makes a lot of money. Get a degree right out of college. Move out of your parents' house. Start 401k immediately. You need to have a definitive plan, or else, like, what are you doing?
Or else you're screwed. Or else you're.
If you don't have the plan set in motion by, I would say, like, kindergarten, then you're behind.
Behind.
If your 401k isn't healthy by the time you hit middle school,
you're doing something wrong.
I'm worried about you.
You're doing something really wrong.
I was leasing an apartment in 5th grade so I could sublease it to a kid in my family whose family was poor. And I was making money. And you know what? That's it. It's really simple. You just find exactly what you love and you do the shit out of it until you die.
You got to make sure you know exactly what you're going to do the rest of your life by the time you're 10.
Yeah.
And then just do it.
That was it. I came out of the womb, circumcisers in hands, and I said, this is what I'm doing with my life. I'm going to be a circumcision. Circumciser. That's my job. And then, you know what? I keep all the tips.
That's absolutely disgusting. Okay, so we'll be back again. Sorry, this wasn't like a funny joke podcast.
It's cool. We're gonna throw some serious ones in with the rest of your jelly beans.
Yeah, we're gonna throw some Harry Potter ones in there with your sweet jelly bellies.
There's a couple M&Ms in this Skittles bowl.
Just yeah. So I don't know. We'll be back again next week with another one.
Why don't they make a brown Skittle?
I don't know. That's disgusting. Why would they make a brown Skittle? It's like what?
Sorry,
chocolate flavor.
No, just like there's brown fruit.
I don't know.
Banana bread.
Yeah. So we'll be back again. If you enjoyed this little installment of the Bored to Life podcast, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're going to do this every week. Every Friday there'll be a new one uploaded. So come back again and see.
Subscribe. You'll find out about it via email. One day we're going to get these up
via
on
email.
Yeah, you get an email sent to you if you subscribe. Do you not subscribe to things or check your email?
I subscribe to a bunch of things and I check my email constantly.
You used the wrong email, remember?
No.
One that you don't have access to.
I didn't know you got emails, but it'll just show up in your... You guys know how YouTube works. What the hell?
Yeah, it's cool. If you're on it.
I don't need to explain to you how it works.
I'm still pushing to get these on iTunes, but probably different ones, so you have something else to listen to. And these ones. But I want to have a couple that are audio only. I think that might be cool.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Look out, we're going to try to do other stuff too.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff in the works, but we're going to take them on one by one, and we're going to move on.
Yeah. We're going to try to follow our own advice
I never
to
take
each
my own
other.
advice.
It's unsolicited advice. You
I
don't
tell
need-
everyone, eat healthy, and
Sorry,
then I eat at
you don't need to
McDonald's.
follow. Okay, this is a very long...
Thank you for listening.
Long outro. Very long. Bye, guys.